Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Study Easy. Today in this video, I am going to explain you timeline of parts of Indian Constitution. So for that, I have drawn a horizontal line and I have written part, first name and articles. So let's start. So first part is about part 1. It is about Union and its territories. Articles from 1 to 4. This is over. So come to the next part 2. It is about citizenship. Articles from 5 to 11. Next part is part 3. It is about fundamental rights. Articles from 12 to 35. Next, fourth part. It is about DPSP. DPSP means Directive Principles of State Policies. Articles 36 to 51. Part 5. Before part 5, there is part 4A. Part 4A is about fundamental rights, fundamental duties. Fundamental rights are covered in part 3. So, part 4A is fundamental duties. What are the articles covered here? 51A. Next, part 5. It is union government. Articles Union government 52 to 151. Next, part 6. Part 6 is state government. Articles 152 to 237. Next, part 7. Part 7 is states in part B. But this article has repealed by 7th Constitution Amendment Act of 1956. Repealed by 7th Constitution Act of 1956. Next, part 8. Part 8 is about UTs, Union Territories. Part 1 tells about union and its territories. That means union territories will come also. But part 8 especially tells about union territories. Articles 239 to 242. 239 to 242. Next, part 8. Part 8 is over. Part 9. Part 9 is Panchayati Raj system. Articles 243 to 243O. Next is part 9A that tells about municipalities. Articles 243P to 243Z. So next part is Article 9B. Sorry, Part 9B. Article 9B about cooperative societies. Next, part 9, part 10. Part 10 is about scheduled and tribal areas. Articles 244 to 244A. Next part is about relationship between union and states. That is part 11. Relationship between union and states. Relationship between union and state. Articles 245 to 263. Next part, finance property. Part 12. It tells about finance, property, contracts and suits. Finance, property, contracts, suits. Next part, part 13. Part 13 is about trade commitments, commitments to the commitments with India. Articles 301 to 307. Here in part 13, trade committees, intercourse within India. Next, part 14. It is about services under union and states. Articles 308 to 323. Next part 14A. Services. 14A, it tells about tribunals. Articles 323A to 323B. 323A to 323B. Next, part 15. Part 15 is about elections. Articles 324A to 324 to 329A. 324 to 329A. Next part 16. Part 16 about special provisions with respect to certain classes. With respect to certain classes. Articles 332, 342A. Next part. Part 17. Official languages. Articles 343 to 351. Next, part 18. Part 18 is about emergency provisions. Articles 353, 352 to 360. Next, part 19. Part 19 is about miscellaneous. Articles 361 to 367. Next, part 20. Part 20 is about amendment of the Constitution. Articles 368. Next part 21. Part 21 is about temporary, transitional, and special provisions. Articles 369 to 392. Part 22 next. Part 22 is about short titles, next commencements, and authoritative text. And authoritative texts in Hindi. Repeals. Articles 393 to 395. So this is how we can make a timeline of parts of Indian Constitution in our notebook. Okay, thank you friends. I hope you like my video. Please subscribe and share. Thank you.
No, I didn't like your video.